Imagine stepping into a world of warm steam, glittering mosaics, and the gentle murmur of water flowing through grand marble halls. These were the Roman baths, majestic, luxurious, and deeply woven into the fabric of everyday Roman life. The baths weren't just about hygiene, they were the heart of social life. Here Romans relaxed, met friends, exercised, made business deals, and even discussed politics. These grand structures, often adorned with sculptures, intricate tiles, and vast domed ceilings, symbolized both Roman wealth and innovation. But behind this beauty was a complex machine, a system of aqueducts, furnaces, and human labor that powered this lifestyle. And with such grandeur came a cost, one that's rarely talked about: the environmental impact. The Roman baths were thirsty. Some of the largest bath complexes used over 1 million liters of water per day. To keep the waters fresh and the temperatures just right, they were constantly drained and refilled. To feed this insatiable appetite for water, the Romans built over 400 kilometers of aqueducts, an engineering marvel that carried water from distant sources into cities. But the demand wasn't without consequence. Diverting rivers altered ecosystems. Local wells dried up. Entire communities could be impacted when water was rerouted to feed the elite's bathhouses. Pollution became a growing issue as runoff from the baths mixed with city waste and drained into natural waterways. Sound familiar? Today, cities around the world face similar struggles: overuse, mismanagement, and contamination of precious water resources. A day at the Roman baths left behind more than memories. With hundreds of people using the facilities daily, massive amounts of human waste, oil, sweat, and soap residue were left behind. Roman engineers devised systems to flush waste from the latrines and drains, but often this led straight into local rivers or ditches. Over time, these waste channels became toxic. Not only did it pollute the environment, but it also contributed to disease and poor public health, especially downstream. And here lies the lesson: impressive infrastructure without sustainable waste management can lead to long-term consequences. A concern that remains all too relevant in today's world of growing cities and strained sewage systems. Building Roman baths wasn't just about water, it required vast resources. Marble for elegance, bricks for structure, lead for plumbing. All of it had to be quarried, smelted, transported. This meant deforestation to fuel furnaces, hillsides carved open for stone, poisonous lead leaching into soil and water, affecting both environment and health. Environmental degradation wasn't a concern for ancient empires, but the scale of resource extraction for comfort and status mirrors challenges we still face: fast urbanization, unsustainable mining, and toxic materials in construction. If Roman civilization left behind enduring ruins, it also left behind a warning of what happens when the thirst for grandeur overrides the balance with nature. What can we learn from the Roman baths? They were marvels of engineering, comfort, and culture. But they also remind us of the hidden costs of luxury resource depletion, pollution, and waste. Today, we have the knowledge and technology to do better. From sustainable building materials to eco-friendly public spaces, we can create beauty without environmental harm. But it starts with awareness, with looking back at history not just to admire it, but to learn from it. So next time you run a bath, think of Rome, and consider how will your comforts echo into the future.